most likely with them. From the 402, say the Pac-12 does break up and the Big 12 does receive applications from the four corner schools. Without the Pac-12, there will be less competition with big conferences trying to get viewers out west. So does the Big 12 need to bring in all four corner schools, or can they be selective and get more bang for their buck by taking less or choosing even G5 options? If the Big 12 takes in Arizona, do they bring in Arizona State? Well, that's obviously a question we've been discussing for about 2 months or so. The G5 thing is what they're bringing in, but all of them at a level that they were ready for the next level.
But if you say the four corner schools are in the water, all of a sudden, do any of the G5 options, San Diego State, UNLV, even Boise State or Memphis, do those even compare to the four that you could bring in? Probably not. In that you'd have Utah, Colorado, and the Arizona
think all
schools.
those schools that were on the table early in the fall last year, if there would have been more expansion, those are all right now just going to have to wait.
They would have to hope that the Big 12 went to 20.
Yeah, they're going to have to wait.
I don't know. I think San Diego State would be a fun wild card. I don't know about the rest of. I have no desire to see SMU in the Big 12. I think that would be just entirely pointless. But I know that there's a school of thought of like what they could grow into. Well, then you have to look at San Diego State in the same way, and I think that they make a ton of sense if you're looking to, again, have a bit more of a wild card, because I don't know how much they bring in comparison to some of these Pac-12 options, but they do seem like they'd be, potentially a brand that could grow immensely, and the location's obviously ideal. You don't have any California representation. I know you don't get a ton with San Diego State, but it's better than what you got. So, I guess it's in the eye of Brett Yormark and the school presidents of what their ultimate goal really is, but I wouldn't put it past the Big 12 if they're adding four schools. I don't think it automatically means it's four Pac-12 schools. I think it could be 3 in San Diego State, for all I know. Maybe that's not the case, but I don't know why it has to be limited to just the Pac-12. I think anybody that could provide value or could provide a brighter future should be on that list. And I think San Diego State would be, in that case, right at the top of that list. So I could see them. But, I don't think Arizona and Arizona State are necessarily tied at the hip. I don't think that's a given.
And we've been told that even by those who cover those schools. Mansa Musa, I think it is. None of them are worth $25 million per school. And I don't look at that's the number. The talk about expansion, you have to make sure those you're bringing in will bring what is going to be, let's say in the Big 12, a $40 million or more year and on average value, and without watering down if you're going to get that in the first place. And that's why the Big Ten has to look, and they can be incredibly selective the rest of the way, and they will be, as is the SEC, and they will be. You have to bring in somebody that has the value of what you're about to get, and the Big Ten has to find somebody with the 70, 80, whatever million a year. Notre Dame is the only one that fits that criteria.
Yes, but, there's also – you got to be a bit more forward-thinking than just what they are right now. So, that's the thing with San Diego State. Are they worth $25 million per year to the Big 12? Are they going to just walk in with that? No, probably not. But do you feel like with the right marketing, the right branding, the right conference that they could be that?
Sure.
Well, then, yeah, you add them. So I think it's not just black and white, but there's not a lot of great pickings going around. Clearly, all the schools worth the most money are locked up into pretty much two conferences, or they're locked up into an ACC contract, and everybody else is either just at the mercy of it all, or they're like a couple of schools out in the West Coast who are just biding their time until they get to officially say they're joining the Big Ten, which could be at any given moment, days, weeks, months from now, probably less than months, I would think. But, yeah, I think everything's on the table if you're not a member of the Big Ten or the SEC at the moment, except for those schools who are probably headed that direction. And for the Big 12, that doesn't appear to be anybody unless there's some crazy Kansas card that is going to be pulled at some point.
Humus hero, Mansa, great point, Craig.